Yeah. I was reading this. Yes, yes, yes. This is a culprit. Yeah. An accused and individual brought to court to answer for the commission of a crime. A culprit is one who is accused but not yet convicted. Yeah. Then there's the cum gran solace with a grain of salt. Then there's cumulative evidence, additional evidence, or corroborating evidence on a particular point in a trial, right? Cumulative offense, the repetition of the same offense, usually over a period of days or weeks. Then a cumulative punishment, sentences to run one after another as distinguished from concurrent sentences, which allows the serving of sentences for several crimes at the same time. Cumulative sentences are frequently meted out to second or third offenders and are greater, than those meted out to first offenders. See also consecutive sentences cumulative, cunningless, curator, and cure by verdict. Yeah. Now my concern is there seems to be cumulative offenses, the repetition of the same offense, usually over a period of days or weeks. Yeah. Now I know that in my personal life, uh, I can see here in these documents, issuing a protection order that violates my right to due process, and then issuing a warrant for my arrest, on the 6th day of September 2016, and then I get to jail and I call the public defender's office on the 26th at 3 o'clock, and then I call them on Saturday the 24th at 8:30 p.m. and I call them at 5:10, need internet access to arrange for bail, jail, Seattle Police Department. Then I call them and say, well, call the FBI. Pooch. It's probably not every person that would be a culprit that gets arrested without any jurisdiction. That leaves 80 recorded messages for the public defender's office. When I informed the public defender, no, you need to call the Federal Bureau of Investigation. My civil rights are being violated. And I shouldn't have been arrested because I had responded to the request to appear in court that I was not trying to avoid going to court. I just wanted the notice, summons, or subpoena to have to appear in court. I wanted the court order to have to go to court. Now, some would say that when you leave a voicemail at the public defender's office after having gotten arrested on the 24th, when you had communicated with law enforcement that you were not trying to not go to court, you weren't evading I wasn't avoiding going to court. I just wanted the actual notice, summons, or subpoena. Now, I got one of these while I was in jail. And this is what I wanted from the public defender's office: a summons, subpoena, and notice. Paul Budnick, citation date, 9/27/2016. I got this after I was in jail. I think I got arrested on the 26th. Isn't that what the whoa. Now, when you don't call the FBI, when the FBI doesn't respond to emails, and I know I've emailed the Seattle field office of the FBI hundreds of times, and you arrest me when I had emailed those in law enforcement that I wasn't trying to avoid court. All I wanted was this court order called a summons, subpoena, and notice. That happened to be sent to the wrong address, this happened to be sent to the wrong address when I had informed the court, and the citation says I was homeless. Now, it's obvious to me that there's a group of individuals that had conspired to deprive me of my rights. And I'm not done going through the documents, but having me speak to a professional person from Western State Hospital, where I informed them they don't have any jurisdiction. And then no one actually reads the no contact order, or if they did, they wanted to ignore that they were so stupid as to issue a protection order that violates my Fifth Amendment rights, 14th Amendment rights. Eventually, it came to violate all 10 amendments of the Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights. the Was it the 11th or 12th and the 14th Amendments? Yeah. Then there are the Articles, the 3, the 4, the 6, and the 7th Articles of the Constitution. Yeah. And my right to impeach those that are Supreme Court justices and those elected to office as being obstructed. Yeah. My right to sue every city in the United States that knows my constitutional rights are being violated, that knows my sons are being held hostage, to sue them all for unincorporation so that I can take all their personal property. Now, when you really, really think about it, when a person in jail calls a public defender's office, they are obligated to respond, and to have me in jail when I had responded to the request to appear in court means they had full knowledge that my rights were being violated. Do you understand?